Want to know the secrets of looking classy and polished without breaking the bank? Well, you are in the right place because today's video, we are going to dive into some game-changing glow-up tips that are going to make you feel like the feminine, sophisticated woman you are. Whether you're looking to enhance your professional style or to refine your personal look, or simply you just want to radiate elegance in your day-to-day look, these budget-friendly tips are definitely going to help you to start that journey today. So let's get right into it. So tip number one is to find elevated neutral wardrobe staples. And I am speaking from a woman who loves prints, I love color, I love pattern, but the challenge with that is when you're going to do a simple errand and you want to look elevated, you look into your closet and there's nothing for you to wear. And in these basic staples, I would recommend neutral colors so you have a lot of versatility. And you can get elevated wardrobe basics in different price points. So if you're a little bit more budget friendly, a brand I've really been liking lately is Target. Target has a lot of good cotton basics that you can wear. You can also go to H&M, and what I love about H&M is they have different price ranges from people who are looking for something more budget friendly to if you're willing to invest in some cotton and silk pieces, they also have that as well. Another store that I like that's budget friendly is Uniqlo. I really love that you can get a lot of neutral basics, whether it's a tank, a camisole, a t-shirt, a sweater. These are all neutral basics that you could wear and switch it up and create an elevated look. Now, the game changer here when you are looking to elevate your wardrobe is to find a tailor. And most of the time you can find your tailor at your local dry cleaner. Even if you get something at Zara or H&M, and also for those girls that like to shop at Fashion Nova, I don't recommend it, but if you do, still get it tailored. That's how you get your outfits to look like $1,000,000. And when you're looking for these pieces, also look at the tag and see what the material is made of. If it is 100% cotton, then you're on the money. You want to look for silks, cotton. You want to look for things that do not have that much polyester because you're not going to be able to get that much wear out of it. Tip number two is mastering the art of accessories. Now, ladies, whether you're just running to the store, date night, having some time with the girls, your earrings, necklaces, and literally your jewelry pieces are gonna elevate your wardrobe. And sometimes you're just wearing a simple tank top and jeans, but it's because you're wearing this necklace like this that has a pearl detail, or you're wearing the right earrings. For example, I love these. These are from Kate Spade with some pearls in them. It elevates the look. It makes you look feminine and classy and sophisticated. Again, you don't have to break the bank. I got these earrings from TJ Maxx, and I got one of these necklaces from Target, and it was probably like 15 bucks, but I get so many women asking me about these specific pieces, and I feel like I always look elevated and put together. Lastly, wearing a classy timepiece. And you do not have to break the bank. You do not have to get a Rolex. You don't have to get a Cartier. I'm gonna pop on the screen a few examples of what I'm talking about. But again, this can really just add something to your wardrobe, especially if you are a girly like me that likes to be minimalist. A good timepiece can really add and elevate your wardrobe. Tip number three is perfecting your grooming routine. Ladies, there's a couple of things that I feel is so important when you want to step into that feminine, classy woman. The first thing I'm going to talk about in this section is the skin. Now, women always compliment me on how glowy I look, how feminine and soft I look, and I feel like it's because I take care of my skin. The other interesting thing about this is that when you start to take care of your skin, your makeup is actually going to just flow and look so much better on you. And a lot of times when I work with makeup artists, they're like, oh my God, your skin looks amazing. And it just makes the whole experience of putting on makeup so much better. I personally use a range of different types of care products, but of course, if you just want to go to the drugstore because you're like, girl, I don't got it like that, Cetaphil is always my go-to. Their gentle cleanser is really good for the skin, especially if you're acne prone. It's a great cleanser for you. And really any of their products is really good for your skin. And it's a great way to start just getting into the routine of taking care of your skin. Another set of products that I love to use that's a little bit on the higher end, but again, not crazy, is Fresh Beauty. I feel like their products are so lightweight and really good on the skin. It doesn't cause any type of irritation. You can get these products at Sephora, and I love them because it has a light fragrance, and I've noticed that my skin is really glowy when I consistently use products from Fresh Beauty. Now let's talk about grooming when you're leaving the house. Ladies, let's not wear the bonnets. Let's put a little bit of effort of putting the hair together. It can be as simple as just you slick it all the way back, or you put your hair in a bun. Just keep your hairstyle simple, right? Before you leave the house, even if you don't feel like putting makeup on, I always make sure my brows are done. Whether you do microblading, I think this is a great thing for you to do, just to always make your eyebrows look elevated. When your eyebrows are set, the rest of the face is making sense. Then if I don't feel like put on makeup on, I put on a nice lip gloss, something that has a little color, to put a little color and flesh to your lips, and then wearing some nice sunglasses as well as you leave the house. Put on your earrings, again, put on a nice necklace, and you're gonna look good and chic and put together, even if you don't have any makeup on. And ladies, lastly, when it comes to grooming and being put together, when it comes to makeup, simple is best. Right? I know sometimes we want to do all these elevated eye styles and go really crazy, and there's a time and place for that. But if you want to look more classy and polished, a simple makeup always looks best. Find the right eyeshadow that really elevates your eye color. For me, it tends to be like browns, bronze, gold, very simple on the eyes. Like I got that on today, very neutral, simple eye. Find the right nude pink lipstick for you, and also the red. A good red blue lipstick really is going to elevate you and look polished and classy, especially if you got a beautiful neutral eye going on and don't have crazy lashes. Ladies, let's keep the lashes simple. All they should do is just elevate the eye, give you a little bit of cat eye, that look. Don't do a little too much with the makeup. Simple is best, especially when you're dating. I've spoken to so many men, and most men prefer the simple classic makeup looks. Tip number 4 is the power of body language. Ladies, this tip is going to take you so far when it comes to dating, when it comes to the work environment. It's so important, the body language, the energy that you're putting out there. So number 1, we always talk about the posture. Do not slouch like this. You see the difference between this and this? It's a night and day difference. So when you are talking to people, when you're sitting down, make sure that you're actually up, and then sometimes I like to just cross my legs and I'm looking directly at them, right? It shows power, confidence, softness as well, and it lets you invite them into your space when your posture is up, and it's actually opening your chest and opening the energy as well. And it also tells and signals people that you're open to receiving. And this is something that I learned as a former cheerleader. I was a gymnast, I took ballet. It's just slow, graceful movements. Don't always be in a rush. When you're walking, take your time, soak in the environment. And also, I feel like a great way to start to improve your posture and to start to really revel in slow movements is either taking a yoga class or Pilates or bar. I love all these classes because it teaches you balance, it teaches you posture, and it teaches you the power of slow, graceful movement. Another element here with body language is how you're looking at someone, right? So a lot of times when I'm speaking to my clients and I notice their eyes are like all over the place, it tells me you don't have confidence, and it tells me there's some inner work that needs to be done. It's so important that when you're speaking to someone that you're looking directly at them, as I'm looking at you in this camera, right? Now, of course, do not have an stare, but just a look of I am paying attention, I'm understanding you, and I'm confident in myself and what I'm saying to you. And also have a warm smile. We've been in the RBF phase for a long time when you're taking pictures, but people just melt when you smile. It just feels good, and it just creates a sense of warmth. So the next time you're speaking to someone, practice that eye contact and that warm, beautiful smile you have. A couple of ways you can invest in yourself is, number 1, learning another language. The important thing here is even if you don't use the language day to day, it just starts to open your mind to how global the world is, how connected it is, and it starts to just elevate the type of conversations that you have with people, especially if you're someone who is learning this other language. You're able to connect with other people from different countries, and I feel like it really just elevates your world experience. A classy and polished woman is always learning. She puts energy and time into self-development. And that's why you're watching this YouTube video. But there's so many ways that you can start to invest in yourself and invest in your self-development. My final tip and my most important is to develop a classy mindset. Another way that you can start to invest in your own self-development is number one, getting a coach, number two, a therapist. And they serve two different purposes. I've had both and I've had many. A therapist is really good for inner learning, inner reflection. Another way you can elevate to a classy mindset is to read more. Read a lot of classic literature. One of my favorites is The Art of Seduction. And what I love about this book is that it really goes into the history of different types of seduction types, what it looks like, and how it unfolds. And it also tells you how you can be anti-seductive as well. I've invested in both coaches and therapists, and they have literally been life-changing. The therapist helped me really to connect with my inner child. And I feel like when you want to start to become this feminine blossom woman that's soft, you gotta let go of the hard things. You gotta let go of the hardness, the trauma, the burden, all these things that you're holding on to, so the right therapist will help you get going on that journey. Now, a coach does a couple of things. So number one, maybe there is a professional or a business life skill that you want to learn. The right coach will help you do that, as well as femininity. I know I've coached so many women to really get going on their feminine energy journey. And I know for me personally, a life coach, someone who's really helping me think through different things, whether it's in my marriage, whether it's in my professional life, just really helping me to elevate my mind and my abundance mindset that I always talk about the importance of. And I also want to leave you with being graceful and kind. And being kind sometimes when you don't want to. It just makes a world of difference of how you feel about yourself, how you connect to other people. You'll be shocked how many people are very unkind. And it kind of leaves this unprofessional feeling. And you just never know when it's going to bite you in the butt. You never know when there is an opportunity, or maybe you're dating someone and they ask around and people tell you, and maybe you're about to start dating someone and he asks around, what's your personality? And everyone's like, she's not a kind person. You just never know when it's going to show up. So always lead with kindness, always lead with empathy. Empathy is a feminine trait, and I feel like it's so important as you move around in the world. I know I gave you a lot of information today, but start off small. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't do the most. Just start off with one or two tips and then start to build from there. And ladies, I want you to remember that true class comes within. A lot of times people are looking for the answers of how to look elevated, how to look polished, but a lot of times it's this inner energy that you have within yourself. It's this softness, and it only really comes when you start to do that inner work. A lot of women meet me in person and they're like, oh wow, you're so soft. And it's not like I'm soft physically, but it's just an energy that I'm emitting because of all the inner work that I've had. So if you start there and then start to build your way up to the personal pieces and how you look and how you start to feel, it's all gonna come together and you're gonna look classy, elevated, and polished. And if you are looking to tap into that feminine energy and you're ready to master it, then watch my 5 ways to embody feminine energy, and I'll see you in the next